Hey guys, I'm back with another recipe this week, and let me tell you, it is something special. Now, I know I've been promising you to make superhero muffins for quite a while, but I still can't get all the ingredients for that. Not to worry though, not to worry. I called in the real superheroes to help, my moms. I know Mother's Day was last week, but I definitely think these ladies deserve to be celebrated much more than one day a year. Therefore, I am dedicating the next 2 videos to them. Again, it was too much goodness for one video. So here's the deal. I have asked my 2 moms, my mother-in-law and my mom, to share one of their recipes with us. And despite being nervous, they have delivered. Now, these recipes don't necessarily have to do with running, but the people behind them have been critical parts of my running journey. So I'll fill you in on that as we go. Okay, first up is my mother-in-law. Look, Mom, I'm wearing our favorite color. When I got hired out of college, I was placed in Houston and was able to live 10 minutes from Jess's parents. Within a few months of moving there, I started my weight loss and running journey. My mother-in-law truly became my support system, not just for running, but for life there. I remember telling myself if I was good all week and did my workouts, I would get to treat myself to a cheat day with her. And believe me, there was nothing better. She fed me incredible food and tons of encouragement. And I know this story, my story, would look a lot different without her. So let's see what she's serving up today.
Hi Meredith, it's Mom. If you don't recognize me, you need to visit more. So you promised me that we'd do some baking today, so I went through my recipe box and I thought it'd be a really good idea if we can make some lemon bars together. That seems to be our favorite recently. There's our recipe. First of all, wash your hands. Preheat the oven to 350. Get the cat off the counter. Get down. I left out some butter overnight to soften it up. I love lemons so much that I have my own tree right off of my patio because I thought, well, I could just go out and pick some lemons when they're ripe and then bring them on in. I squeeze the lemon juice into ice cube trays when the lemons are ripe. When they're frozen, I just put them into Ziploc bags, and whenever I need them, I can just pull out as many as I need. And of course, this recipe calls for lemons. So I have quite a stock of lemons in here. I have actually the whole top of my freezer is lemon cubes. I'm going to need about 1/2 cup of lemon juice. So I need to take out some lemon cubes ahead of time so that they soften up before I need to use them for baking. Okay, next thing you want to do is have your pan ready. I have a lovely gold pan here that I got from my daughter-in-law. And inside I put some wax paper, or you can use parchment paper or aluminum foil. I kind of prefer the wax paper, and they say to have the edges hanging over a little bit, so when it's all done and it should be cooled a little bit, or you will have it breaking in half, you can just lift it out of the pan and cut it. In this bowl, I have 2 cups flour, 1/2 cup powdered sugar, and 1½ sticks of butter, or 3/4 cups of butter. It's the same thing. Okay, now I'm gonna mix this with my hands. I usually just use one hand, because of course you always have to have the other hand ready to hold the camera, right? So you can video this for your daughter-in-law. Okay, you wanna mix this up really, really well. So when you sort of got a ball of dough here, then you're ready to put it into your pan. Now, I'm not sure if I mentioned that I sprayed this pan with non-stick cooking spray, or you can use butter if you want to. Okay, so I like to break it up a little bit so that it comes out evenly. And then I just press it down into the pan. And when you've got all of this pressed down as nice and evenly as you can, make sure you get into those corners it's ready to go into your preheated 350-degree oven. Okay, the crust will get baked for about 20 minutes, probably a little bit less in my oven in this gold pan, until the crust is like very lightly browned, like shortbread. So while that's baking in the oven, I can get the filling ready. So I've got another bowl here, and I'm going to put in 1 1/3 cup sugar, or actually according to my notes, I only use 1 cup because we like this really tart. Oh, and also let me mention, it's very important, even though it's Easter up there, but it's not Easter, it's very important to coordinate your colors of your measuring things and your spatula, etc., with what you're making. So since I'm making lemon bars, it must be yellow. And in this recipe, I'm going to use a secret ingredient, so be sure to stay with us. So in my bowl, I already have the sugar. We had the 1 1/3 cup sugar, or 1 cup. There are 3 tablespoons of flour, and ½ teaspoon baking powder, and 3 eggs. Now we need the lemon juice, which turned out perfectly to ½ a cup. The directions actually call for a 1/3 cup. It just depends on your tartness level. Then here it comes, secret ingredient. You can use, if you like it really tart, lemon juice powder. This is my secret ingredient. I don't like lemon rind, it makes it a little bit bitter. You can use a tablespoon or a teaspoon or more, and put it in there in the bowl, and then whisk everything together. Okay, this is a little hard to do with one hand. I got my bowl swirling around here. That's all you need to do when that crust comes out. Just pour it over. So simple and super, super good. Okay, nice and golden brown around the edges. Turned out perfectly. And then you can just pour your filling right on top of this hot crust. Like some recipes, you have to wait till it cools, but you don't. You can just go right ahead and put the filling right in there. Yellow pot holders are a requirement for lemon recipes. When the crust comes out of the oven, you can just go ahead and pour the filling on top, and then I lay just a quick layer of aluminum foil on top. Don't need to tighten it or anything, just leave it right on the top. It keeps the top of the lemon filling from getting too brown in there. And then you're just going to put it back into the oven again. Gotta put the phone down or turn it off. Bake that for about 20 minutes again. And then you can eat it. Well, this turned out really nicely. It's gonna taste really good and hopefully super, super tart. And did you know that when you cut the edges off, well, it's something that you bake, it has no calories. So I'm gonna have a piece right now, but it's not polite to eat in front of others. So I'm gonna say goodbye and happy baking.
Those bars look amazing, Mom. Yes, I did recognize you. And I'm definitely going to remember that tip about the corners. She did want me to tell everyone to dust them with powdered sugar and refrigerate them in an airtight container after you cut them into squares, if there's any squares left. Those instructions along with the recipe will be in the description below. I hope you all had as much fun baking with my other mom as I did today. Next week, my mom will take the reins, but until then, please like, comment with your favorite family recipe, subscribe, and ring the bell 2 times for notifications. Bye, guys. Wash your hands, take the cat off the counter. Oh, right. Love you, Mom.